right now on 18 Eyewitness News.
New Missouri mandates have been voted on for the health of newborns. MoDOT loses their phone service for a while. What the cause was behind the issue. Plus barbecuing at this year's Spring Fever Days. All of these stories and Dustin's latest storm tracker weather forecast.
18 Eyewitness News starts now.
Hello everybody, I'm Fred Dawkins. Thanks for joining us. These are the stories that we're working on for you on 18 Eyewitness News. Missouri lawmakers have voted to mandate another health screening for newborn babies. Legislators gave final approval on Wednesday to a measure that will require infants to be screened for critical congenital heart disease within 48 hours of birth before they are discharged from hospitals. Now, the new mandate would begin for babies born in Missouri in 2014. Now, with this new law, parents can opt out if they sign a written statement saying the screening conflicts with their religious beliefs. The bill now goes to Governor Jay Nixon's desk. The new law is named Coley's Law in honor of 4-year-old Coley Mans of Lee Summit, who was born in 2008 with a rare congenital heart defect. She did not have a newborn screening for the disease, and it was not diagnosed until 9 months later. Now, do you think the government should mandate this? Let us know by voting at our website, KDKZ18.com. 46-year-old Jeffrey Bulletin Man Winehouse's trial has been rescheduled for October. Now, the trial was scheduled to start on April 30th. It was rescheduled for October the 8th through the 10th before Judge Keith Sutherland in Franklin County. Winehouse was indicted last year with 2 counts of assault on a law enforcement officer, 2 counts of armed criminal action and resisting arrest in connection with an incident on September the 11th of last year. The case also includes his prior charges from August of possession of a controlled substance, tampering with a judicial officer, and misdemeanor possession of marijuana. Winehouse was shot during a meeting with the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control on September the 11th in Franklin County. If you tried calling the Missouri Department of Transportation on Tuesday or Wednesday, you weren't able to get through. That's because their phone system went down. Customer Relations Manager Jim Dixon tells 18 Eyewitness News that there were several network failures.
There was actually a hardware failure in the Kansas City region, and there was network capabilities that should have rerouted the phones and did try when the first failure happened. But then there was something in our network that caused the network to fail. And they cleaned that up, and phones are back up and we're operational.
Jim says that if this ever happens again, there are several other ways to get in contact with MoDOT, including social media. 27-year-old Frisco White of Farmington has been charged with institutional vandalism and stealing more than $500 by stealing brass vases from grave sites. Both charges are Class C felony that carries a sentence of up to 7 years in prison. The thefts occurred at Hillview Memorial Gardens on Westmeyer Road in Farmington, with about 35 brass vases stolen. White admitted to selling the vases to Scrap Solutions in Park Hills. The investigation is ongoing and other arrests could be made. White's bond was set at $30,000. Well, now here's Dustin Kopp with a look at our first forecast. And for Spring Fever Days, is it going to be sunny or rainy?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Temperatures at this hour not too bad. 73 in Potosi, 75 in Ironton, and Fredericktown right now at 77 degrees. We're going to continue to be on the nice side as far as temperatures, but however, we're going to see some thunderstorms possible throughout the evening hours. 73 degrees at 7 p.m., 69 by 9. By midnight, we're down to 65. How long will these showers and thunderstorms last here in southeast Missouri? I'll let you know coming up in weather.
And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, barbecuing at this year's Spring Fever Days. That story coming up on 18 Eyewitness News.
For 15 years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for Restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crosley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
How can heat also be cool? When it comes from targeted induction technology, which uses electromagnetic waves to quick heat your pan, boiling up to 40% faster, while the surface around it stays perfectly cool to the touch. It's faster, hotter, and, well, cooler.
Hi, Bob Seabaugh at Seabaugh Furniture and Appliance. Come and see this and other great features and benefits that will amaze you. Now on sale at Seabaugh Furniture and Appliance in downtown Fredericktown.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
It wouldn't be spring fever days without the smell of barbecue in the wind. This Friday, there will be a barbecue competition taking place at Spring Fever Days. Eric Mansfield tells 18 Eyewitness News that there will be all kinds of yummy barbecue to eat.
It begins Friday morning. The judging takes place Saturday afternoon. At 3 o'clock, I believe, anybody can not only cast a vote for crowd favorite, but you can buy a sample platter. Now, we're going to have some wonderful food vendors. We've got some wonderful restaurants right there in Ellington.
The barbecue competition takes place Friday and Saturday during Spring Fever Days. A Madison County man is facing life-threatening injuries after he was stabbed at a home located just off Business Highway 67. 60-year-old Paul Shields of Fredericktown has been charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action. He's being currently held in the Madison County Jail on a $100,000 cash-only bond. Police say deputies arrived at the home to find a victim bleeding from a wound on the left side of his abdomen. They also said Shields told deputies he stabbed the victim over stealing his medication. He also pointed out the knife that was located in plain view inside the home was used. The victim was transported by air medical to St. Francis Medical Center in Cape Girardeau. This year's annual Wiggle and Giggle is set for this Saturday. Parks and Recreation Director Bud Norman tells 18 Eyewitness News this event is for kids of all ages.
Wiggle and Giggle is an outdoor event for families, actually. Started it several years ago. It's a fishing event for kids, and their parents come with them, and parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles. As long as there's an adult that comes along with them, they can participate. It's for kids from old enough to hold a fishing pole through 12 years of age.
There will be 2 age groups, preschool to age 7 and age 8 to 14. The event gets underway on Saturday with registration beginning at 7:30 a.m. This year's Wiggle and Giggle will be held at Hager Lake in Farmington. 25-year-old William O'Brien of Fredericktown has been charged with possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute after he dropped a container of what tested positive for methamphetamine while exiting a patrol car just after being released from jail. O'Brien is being held in the Madison County Jail on a $30,000 cash-only bond. Fredericktown Police Officer Dan Curtis, also a commissioned Madison County Sheriff's deputy, saw O'Brien walking on Mine Lamont Avenue after being released from jail Monday morning. The officer offered him a ride home. He replied, "Yeah, thanks," and got into the cruiser. He then asked if Curtis could drop him off at the store so he could get some cigarettes. When O'Brien got out of the cruiser, a red waterproof container fell from his coat. Officer Curtis knew O'Brien did not have the container when he was searched upon entering the jail, so he asked if he could see the contents. O'Brien told the officer he knew what was in the container when he took it. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, we'll have the latest Missouri state headlines.
When someone comes in a mental areas emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
With extended hours, let the UPS store pack and ship your gifts.
Hi, I'm Steve from the UPS store in Farmington, Missouri. Me and my staff would like to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
2 people are dead after a multi-vehicle accident on Interstate 29 near St. Joseph. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says the accident occurred around 5:30 on Thursday, about 4 miles south of Highway 229 in St. Joseph. A major crash team was called to the scene to investigate. The accident involved 3 tractor trailers, 2 passenger cars, and a 16-passenger van. St. Louis police have 3 suspects in custody but are looking for 2 more who were part of a group that attacked a jogger and stole his cell phone. The attack happened around 12:15 a.m. on Thursday morning. The victim told police he was jogging when he came upon 5 people. One of them struck the runner in the head and another grabbed his cell phone. The assailants ran away. Police later arrested a man and 2 women but did not recover the cell phone. Police are searching for the 2 other men. Former President Bill Clinton praised Harry S. Truman's ability to help people understand their common humanity in accepting an award Wednesday given to people for their service to the United States in the spirit of the late president. Speaking on the 129th birthday of President Truman, Clinton recalled Truman's ability to bring people together behind a common purpose. Clinton, the 2013 recipient of the Harry S. Truman Good Neighbor Award, told the audience of dignitaries and relatives of the late president he wished he'd had the chance to know President Truman. A Southwest Missouri man has been indicted in a scheme to launder the proceeds of a scheme to sell spent cooking oil that had been stolen from restaurants. 61-year-old John Arnold of Everton also is accused of being a felon in possession of firearms. The U.S. Attorney's Office says he was charged in a 4-count indictment returned on Wednesday by a federal grand jury in Springfield. The indictment alleges that Arnold sold more than $235,000 of stolen spent cooking oil to recyclers from May 2010 through August 2011. Now he's accused of using the proceeds to purchase several vehicles.
And coming up next in weather, the weekend's finally here almost, and we're going to see another round of thunderstorms. What will the weekend be like? I have all the details coming up in just a few minutes. We'll be right back.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy.
If you or a loved one has been implanted with a pelvic mesh, commonly called a bladder sling, you may be entitled to a significant cash award. Many women implanted with this device have suffered discomfort, excruciating pain, and even incontinence. The FDA has even warned that pelvic meshes may cause serious injuries, including pain, scarring, infection, incontinence, and discomfort. If you or a loved one has been implanted with a pelvic mesh,
call the Rely On Group at 800-796-6986.
Here is your Storm Tracker forecast.
And welcome back. Temperatures right now throughout the area, not too bad out there, but we're seeing some isolated thunderstorms popping up. Right now it's 74 degrees, and that's what it feels like with a current dew point 59, 57% humidity, and a south-southwest wind at 9 miles per hour. Throughout southeast Missouri, we're seeing temperatures on the nice side, 75 in St. Genevieve, Fredericktown, and Cape Girardeau on the warm side as well. Fredericktown 77, 76 right now in Ellington. As we head out and about throughout the state of Missouri, temperatures are still in the 70s. 73 in St. Louis, Columbia, 72 in Kansas City, 71 right now in Springfield. So here's what it looks like we're going to see for the next couple of days. Thunderstorms continuing on your Friday. Cooler temps move in. It looks like sunshine is returning for your Sunday. I'll show you that in complete forecast coming up in just a second in your extended forecast. But for your Friday, finally here, we've got this front over southeast Missouri. The rain showers are going to move out. We will see off and on shower or thunderstorm today, or excuse me, on Friday rather, like we did today off and on, but we will just see them isolated in nature. So forecast for tonight, thunderstorms likely 59 to 61 for your overnight lows, southwest wind 5 to 10. Then for tomorrow, 70 to 73 with isolated thunderstorms, northwest wind 5 to 10. The next several days look like this. We will see those chances of showers on your Saturday, 69 degrees, mostly sunny and 60 on your Sunday. Mostly sunny skies remain on Monday and Tuesday. By Tuesday, we're in the 80s. 80s continue on Wednesday. Partly sunny on Thursday, the high of 77. Don't forget to check out our website, KDKZ18.com, for the latest weather information.
I'm Stacy Johnson, and this is Chef George. If you've got a hungry family, he's going to show you how to feed them a feast for just $15. Frugal Family Feast is just ahead on Money Talks News. Tips to make you money delivered daily. The totally free Money Talks newsletter. Sign up now and get my money makeover video, a $50 value, as my gift. MoneyTalksNews.com.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1.
One of your family's biggest expenses is food. But eating well doesn't have to add fat to the family budget. Today, money expert Stacy Johnson heads to the kitchen for this week's frugal family feast recipe that will feed a family of 4 for less than $15.
My science helper Madigan and I have a pretty cool experiment to show you. What do you need? An old microwave and an empty bag of Sun Chips. That's right, just the bag. Don't eat it and don't put it in the trash. What's going to happen, Madigan? I have a question for you. I'm going to put this inside of my old microwave for 5 seconds. What do you think might happen?
Hot.
It's going to get hot, you're right. And something else special is going to happen. Let's open up our microwave. I'm going to put this on the inside like that. And I'm going to push start. And let's listen, hear anything. Whoa, did you hear that? Wow, let's see what happened. Are you ready? Let's take it out. Here we go. It went from being a big chip bag to this tiny chip bag. Isn't that pretty cool? It's all about the polymers and the polymers warming up and remembering how they used to be. And that is this size. Learn more at hookedonscience.org.
And as Stacy said, he's got a lot of information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, KDKZ18.com. Click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu. What happens when you place a chip bag in the microwave for 5 seconds? It's a college experiment that college students do for fun each year in dorms across America. Jason Lindsay, a.k.a. Mr. Science with Hooked on Science, tells us the science behind this popular experiment.
I'm Stacy Johnson here with my friend, Chef George of Rojo Kitchen. It's Mother's Day coming up. I don't know how to cook. Chef George is going to give us an idea. What do we make?
Well, today we're going to make a mushroom and spinach frittata with provolone cheese.
It sounds wonderful. What goes in it?
Here we go. Spinach, mushrooms, eggs, provolone cheese, white onion, heavy cream, olive oil, butter, salt, and pepper.
Okay, so that's the ingredients. You've already told me to start whisking eggs, which I'm doing. What else happens?
All right, so now we're going to saute the onions and the mushrooms for about a minute or two to get nice and brown, get some of that flavor going. I'm going to pour a little bit of heavy cream to your eggs.
Okay.
Keep whisking that. And we're going to add the spinach in there, salt and pepper, and you can pour the eggs in there.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's perfect. See everything? Now we're going to incorporate all the ingredients together by giving a little fold with the spatula. And give me a hand, just top this with cheese, the provolone cheese.
There's really nothing to this.
Look, took us a minute, not even. All right, now that we have all the ingredients in the pan, we're gonna put this in the oven for 10 minutes at 350 degrees, and it's ready to go.
God, that was so simple.
Very simple.
And I bet it's gonna be good too. Here's what it looks like, folks, through the magic of television. There it is, all finished. And now we're gonna have a bite to make sure it's good. And it is super.
Awesome.
It's so good, Chef George. And you know what you need now? The recipe. All you gotta do is go to moneytalksnews.com and do a search for Frugal Family Feast. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
Go to KDKZ18.com and click on Hooked on Science under the Lifestyles menu for this experiment and others that might get you and your entire family hooked on science.
And coming up here in sports, the Cardinals beat out the Cubbies, the Blues lose yet another game, and the Rams will be hosting a minicamp this weekend.
Coming up tonight on KDKZ Channel 18. This is Sports Zone.
Capitalizing against a Cubs bullpen that has been nearly as unsettled as their own this season, the Cardinals escaped Wrigley Field with a split of their brief two-game series on Wednesday. After dropping a one-run game on Tuesday night, the Cardinals captured a come-from-behind victory in front of a crowd of more than 26,000 people, which is the lowest attendance figure for a Cubs-Cards game at Wrigley Field since May of '98. The victory capped a 5-1 road trip that was highlighted, in particular, by the emergence of a rookie pitcher and the return of an offensive catalyst. With the win, the Cardinals now lead the majors with 14 road victories. The Cards beat out the Cubbies Wednesday 5. Slava Voinov scored on an odd man rush at 12 minutes of overtime, and the Los Angeles Kings beat out the St. Louis Blues for the third straight time on Wednesday night. The win put the defending Stanley Cup champions on the verge of surviving the first round, leading 3-2 heading into Game 6 in Los Angeles on Friday. The Kings beat out the Blues 3-2. And the St. Louis Rams will be hosting a minicamp this weekend for rookies, and it will be the first opportunity this year for the draft class to come together. Key areas were addressed this year, taking care of wide receiver, offensive line, and running backs on the offensive side, plus linebacker, safety, and cornerback. And that's today in sports. Fred and Dustin, guys, it's back to you. I'm Aaron Cox.
Thanks a lot, Aaron. Taking a quick check at the forecast for the rest of this evening. We will be seeing some showers possible, maybe a rumble of thunder. 73 degrees at 7 p.m. By 9:69, and by midnight, we're down to 65. That does it for 18 Eyewitness News tonight at 6. Newswatch is next. We'll see it back here tonight at 10 o'clock.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com.